It's week 8 of the NFL. All eyes are on Jamar Chase, who's closing in on 1,000 yards receiving on the year. It's the Huskies and the Dolphins, and it's coming up next.
And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick back in 2020 from LSU. It's Joe Burrow.
Hey, we all love a good story, and what we like even more, guys who can fight through adversity. Joe Burrow coming out of high school, goes to Ohio State, doesn't get a chance to start, transfers to LSU, not thought to be a top prospect, ends up the #1 pick in the draft, and justifies it. Tremendous play, excellent mobility, and leadership off the charts.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up. We take a look at his numbers on the ground last week. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
Now it's Burrow. Throw left side is taken in by Stewart. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 42. To the air again, Burrow. Complete to Stewart, right side. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. This defense for the Dolphins, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
They talk about a rhythm breaker right there. They've been moving the ball well. Drive it started beautifully. That one's going to hurt.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
And this one is right down Broadway. And the opening drive of the game yields 3. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. At a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Well, look there at his numbers on the ground a week ago. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. But you look at this defense. They were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. He dumps it off to A-Chain. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Dolphins at 500, 3-3 through the season's first 6 weeks. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
They'll get this out quickly to Campbell. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right, you're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Yes, it's the first half, but we'll see if that stuff there on 3rd and 1 comes back to haunt him.
I hope you don't mind, but it's not going to stop me from putting a check mark next to this play. Let's look back as this game progresses and see if this is one of the key plays in the game, even though it occurred early.
And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. So a bold call, but this drive will forge on. 1st and 10 after the 4th down conversion. Oh, nice move. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And they'll send Waddle in motion left. On 2nd down, a run by A-Chain. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. CD, what a sensational start for this defense. Instead of just forcing the 3 and out, which they were about to do, they pick it off and take it in for the score.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't just settle for the standard good way to start a game. They started in dramatic fashion. Take it away.
On to the 2nd quarter, Mexico City in possession. As they've got it as we resume action. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. So Miami coming out for their 2nd drive. And they are right at the 500 mark on the year and got there with a victory a week ago.
And I think right now I put myself in the shoes of the head coach and say, all right, time to reset a little bit. And I don't give my team a win one for the Gipper speech, but I do say, look, we haven't played our best football yet, but we are at 500 and we're still in it. Let's try and string a few of these victories together, and we're capable of doing so.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up. On
3rd down, Wakefield. Catch made here by Campbell. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 22. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
11, 12, 12.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
A gain of 21 yards. And the Mexico City first down.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Right back to A-Chain on second down. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, yeah, they'll spot it right in midfield at the 50. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Sliding out of the pocket. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain there of 21 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A give up the middle to H.A. Down to about the 22 here. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Again, it's H.A. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Wakefield. Did he get the feed down? Yes! Touchdown! A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins have cut it back within a score. Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, trying to atone for it here on this drive. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On second down, Burrow. Samuel bringing in the slant. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, now Burrow. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This is taken at the 18. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass. Defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big...
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Now Burrow on 1st down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. On 2nd down, here's Burrow. He completes it to Stewart. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now it's Burrow. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Burrow throw. Touchdown! A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Huskies will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Devon A-Chain in the offense, ready to go once again. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes, steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team. And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game, opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. It's taken to the 26. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. One final go for this offense here in this first half. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Burrow hitting Samuel on the slant. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. First down, here's Burrow. And this one is incomplete.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Again, it's Burrow. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. So we are at halftime here on Halloween. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. And I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. A 10-point game, 17-7 the score as we get back to it on EA Sports. And the fair catch signaled for and taken, so they'll begin this third quarter from their 25-yard line. The Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
But partner, if the defense isn't going to adjust and they keep giving them those 5, 6, 7-yard runs over and over, they're likely to run it the whole way to the end zone. They'll be more than happy to take the yardage available and save some of their other plays in the playbook for another time.
Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down.
No gain on the play. It's fourth down.
They run for it. H.A. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Under. Down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately going to give the ball up. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 66 yards rushing for him now to this point. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
That's Samuel, caught left side. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
We always talk about receivers. If the ball hits your hand, you're supposed to haul it in, but it is hard to adjust to a pass thrown a little bit behind you.
That one was all the momentum going forward. Couldn't contort his body back to grab it. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Now Burrow. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
First down, Mexico City.
And Burrow going to throw again. Throws the out route and completes it to Samuel. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 16 yards, a little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
It's been a struggle this entire game trying to move the ball on the ground. But every now and then you find a little chink in the armor, and that type of run right there lets them know that they can't stop every single run for almost no gain.
He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm joking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's bound the end zone plenty of times. No way you can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Burrow. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. Just 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Huskies are able to widen their advantage. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Dolphins 7.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Miami's offense set and ready to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Misses yet again, and the struggles here, they look pretty uncharacteristic for him.
You're certainly right about that. Mechanics are the key right now. Feet, arm, not in sync at all. He ends up throwing that one past his receiver that's open.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know that there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Campbell. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now throwing on first down here. Oh, this one incomplete. To him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He dumps it off to A-Chain. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
That's good for a Miami Dolphin.
Throwing on first down. Wakefield buying time to his left. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this 3rd quarter play. back now in Miami. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the fourth. Again, he'll drop to throw. Catch made here by Campbell. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Back to throw again. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
A-Chain on 1st and 10. Taken down at the 30. And they're going to speed things up here.
Brought down at the 30-yard line. A gain of 4.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wakefield escaping the pressure right. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. This offense on 3rd down today, a very anemic, 1 for 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Back to throw. Wakefield. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
They'll look to throw again. Flush to his right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there. A-Chain is going to go backwards. He'll lose yardage back to the 5. Back at the 5-yard line now. 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Wakefield flushed out right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want.
And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Devon A-Chain, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So now the Dolphin offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2.
Well, they couldn't be happy that they were having to stop a 2-point conversion because that means they gave up a touchdown. But a little solace there. You saw some good gang tackling, stacking him up before he can get to the end zone.
We talk about offensive units putting in more 2-point period sessions in practice. Defensively, do you do the same?
Absolutely. You have to, because you never know how aggressive these offenses are going to be in games nowadays.
So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure. Because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Burrow on play action. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 38.
11, mighty. 11.
On 2nd down, they'll try and run the counter. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss.
11 MT. 11.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 23. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Delay of game. Offense.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. They get 1 yard back there to make it 2nd and 14.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. And he is caught. Touchdown! A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season. And the Huskies are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25. Dolphins offense returning to the field. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. To throw on 3rd down, Wakefield. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the 1st at the 32. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Got his target, Samuel. And he will have a Dolphins 1st down as they take advantage of what looked like an unsure defense. They wind up getting 8 on 4th and 3. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete. But the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So they take a decent shot, CD, and the flag comes out for pass interference.
Yeah, a little DPI, as they like to call it in the business, right? And the farther you get down.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle.
Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. So they bring out their punter, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. He'll take it at the 42. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors, and maybe more importantly, a victory in the division, which always helps.
And on the road, how about all of that rolled up into one? Because how often do you see division games get decided by this much of a